Hello everyone, welcome back to Claire Reacts. If you are new here, my name is Claire, and today we're watching the last episode this year of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Like I said, today is going to be episode 6, the last one until next year, and I'm really sad, but I do have a lot of mixed emotions going into this episode just because this masterpiece of a show has really just captured my heart in just a little over a month. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fill this hole in my heart. This Duncan and Egg and Raymond size hole in my heart. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything about this. This has been amazing so far. And now we're gonna have to see it come to an end today. Before we get into episode 6, I just want to give a little warning. I am going to talk a little bit before about like the previous episodes and the season. So if you want to skip forward until the episode, I get it. If you want to check out the Patreon, you can. But otherwise, enjoy the yapping. Last week's episode, as we all know, was a little emotional. I will say, I think that the last episode did fall flat for me in a few small ways. I don't really think that the ways that I'm thinking of necessarily took away from the episode. I just would have liked to see those added in. So maybe we'll get some sort of integration of that into this episode. I really wanted to be able to see Lionel Baratheon fight. I wanted to see, we did get to see quite a few awesome cameos from Raymond, especially in the moments where he saves Duncan, is really taking on his cousin Stefan. So I hope we get to see more of Raymond this next episode. He is honestly such a great character and a great addition to our little team, the little Three Musketeers plus Sealy Pete? I'm not sure which one it is. It sounds like Pate, but I never know with these names. But like I said, I really do wish that they included more from Lionel. And I know that while you're watching the fight scene, a lot of people, I think I saw complaints about the fact that it was messy and like it wasn't realistic. I feel like that is probably pretty realistic. Like it was probably a mess. There's mud, everyone's rolling around. Some people, after you do strenuous exercise, your body is tired and you're picking up these humongous lances, you're swinging these morning stars, or you're swinging a gigantic sword that weighs 100 pounds or whatever it is that you have as a weapon, and all of your armor. Like you're exhausted. Like your movements are not going to be clean and precise, especially when the other person is fighting for their life. It's not just a joust at a tournament. And so I think that the fighting scenes was really great, but the only thing is it's so hard for me to see everything that's going on at once. So I actually went back after I uploaded my video, I went back and rewatched basically the entire fight sequence, and it is pretty amazing how much you're able to miss and how much you're able. I commented this back to someone on Patreon, like I feel like I'm getting so many things, but I'm also missing so many things. And how can I be missing so many things if I'm also, like, there's just so much that goes into it. I hope that makes sense. So I missed a couple moments where I wish I could have had my reaction, because I was like, oh, ooh, like pointing out which person is which. The situation is just so cool to watch from all the different perspectives. And someone commented on one of my Patreon videos and asked, because I'm watching Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms at the same time. And someone asked, why do I think my reaction is so much stronger when watching this in comparison to Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon? And I have a couple things. Number one, since I've already watched all of Game of Thrones and some of House of the Dragon at the time of watching this, I understand the world more and I get how things work. So I'm able to pay attention to things that I know are important based off of what we've seen before. But I also think that because A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms focuses on just Dunk and Egg, and you get a glimpse of a couple side characters, you're able to form much more of a liking for them, really. In Game of Thrones, there's so many characters, and yes, you can grow to like them, but you're only seeing them for a little bit, and then 10 other characters, and then 2 episodes later, and then just a little bit. And so I think that with this, and not even mentioning the fact that a lot of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon characters are very morally gray. And I feel like with A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, they are just good. Dunk is just a nice, good guy. He's honorable, just like my baby Brienne. And Egg is just such a little sweetheart, and so is Raymond. And I think Lionel is even just a great example of someone who's maybe perceived as a little crazy, but still has a good heart. And I just think that that helps as well, because you're feeling more in tune with the characters that you're watching. And I also just have a really big appreciation for George and his creativity, and knowing that he has really signed off on this show, and it's accurate, and it's just like the book. Everyone comments this is just like the book. Even the dialogue is just like the book. That makes me feel really good watching it as well, because I know that it's like down the road with Game of Thrones, like you can really appreciate every little thing. So I feel like I now have that in the beginning of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So I'm just really loving it, and I can't wait until next year already. We obviously know in Game of Thrones, a lot of people die. No one is safe. Your favorite character, they're dead. Your favorite character's wife, she's dead. Their kid, stabbed. They're all dead. You would think that I would expect that all of the good people will be dead by the end of it. I just really wasn't expecting Baelor. And to be honest, I don't know why, because it totally makes sense. If Baelor would have become king, the Targaryens would have probably stopped. They probably wouldn't be so fucked up anymore if it was for Baelor. So, I mean, I guess in this world, he has to die, because otherwise he would have saved the Targaryens and made them good people rather than what they are. But I was really broken up about Baelor dying, because he was really all that Dunk had. And I talked about this at the end of the last episode. He's really all he had. And he didn't get to become a knight. He didn't, from Baelor, I mean, we know that he does, but he didn't get to be his man. He didn't get to have Baelor successfully vouch for him. And now I'm curious to know. I mean, obviously we know, I don't know if people will perceive it this way, but we know that Duncan did not force Baelor to enter the trial. It was of his own free will. But how are the Targaryens going to treat Duncan now that Duncan is basically the reason that Baelor is dead? And there's also the whole argument to be had about the size of the armor and borrowing it and all that stuff. But ultimately, it's because Duncan was there and in need of help, and Baelor helped him, and that's what he got. So I am really excited to see where they go with this episode. I am crossing my fingers that as entertaining as it may be and as good for reaction as it may be, I don't want there to be any moments this episode. I hope that it's just nice and they frolic in a field and everyone's happy. And also, just another layer to add to the Targaryen curse. Maekar is going to be ruined for life now. He respected and looked up to Baelor so much. Even if he didn't respect him that much, older brother, just in that sense, you're already looking up to them for that reason alone. George just keeps doing this to us, huh? I guess it's time to find out what happens. So without further ado, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 6. Let's get into it. 9 o'clock. Let's see what it's titled. I'm refreshing. The morrow. On the morrow. I have my tissues ready. Nice smooth jazz. Who the heck is the guy on the right? A maester, I guess. Ooh, he's not looking very well. He looks a little mad.
Home is it's brutally dull. You could come with me. Yeah, we'll hunt and hawk and sail, make merry. I'll sharpen that iron of yours so you don't make such a grand fool of yourself next time. Have you ever been to Tarth?
The man is dying, my lord.
What?
His wounds, they have mortified it. It's beyond my abilities.
Oh, the others fucking girl, mate. Beyond your... An itchy asshole is beyond your abilities, my friend. Be gone, witch. Fuck off with you.
Witch?
It's fine. You're fine. He's a terrible maester. Come with me to Storm's End, and I will love you like a brother. Oh, cunt. And if not, fuck you. I'll hate you like a brother.
The trajectory of that seems a little off.
All I do is bring pain and suffering to those around me.
That's not your fault.
The only good dragon is a dead dragon.
Fucking gods. Taylor fought for me. He gave his fucking life. Can you speak of him with a little respect, please?
Fuck that, and fuck you. I fought for you. Harding Beesbury, the fucking apple boy. We fought for you, your prince.
Raymond
Fought you
Fossaway.
against men sworn to protect him. He risked nothing.
He's got the mannerisms of a Baratheon down pat.
If they favoured me.
This is not favor. This is mockery. There's a war coming. We could be a force, you and I. You'll consider it? Good. Caravan departs after the roast.
After the roast? It's just Baylor! Dude! That is not cool. Unless they're actually having, like, roast beast or something, that is not funny.
Baylor of House Targaryen, Prince of Dragonstone, and Protector.
Oh, little egg.
May the gods keep him.
Poor Maekar. He hates his son, but he loves him. And this is where it got him.
My prince, your father, he was a great man.
He died in my armor. Plenty of sons have died in their father's armor.
Ugh.
How many fathers have died in their sons?
I could not say.
Does he hate him?
He had in him to be a great king. The greatest since Aegon the Dragon. Why would the gods take him and leave you?
I've wondered the same.
Because there's gonna be 4 pages. 4 pages for Sir Duncan.
Sir Duncan! Dunk!
We went by your camp, but you weren't there. Started getting worried. You've come from Baelor's funeral. I can't believe you went.
Thought I owed it to him. Everybody blames me for his death, don't they?
I don't.
Oh. Oh, don't make me cry already. It's been 5 minutes.
Okay.
Do not let them split apart and never see each other again.
Stefan took my tent. Said I betrayed the family by abandoning him. Can you believe that? Left him with little else.
Sorry, Raymond.
I don't be. He's just mad that he lost. First trial of 7 in 100 years, and Lord Stefan Fossaway got beat by his little cousin.
Is he gonna get his horse back?
It's better to be an unripe green apple than a wormy red one.
That's nice.
I think I broke one of my cousin's ribs.
Morning.
Good morning.
Sir Duncan, this is Rowan.
Ooh.
Of the Green Apple Fossaways.
Huh?
My wife.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Duncan.
Oh, right. Pleased to meet you too, Lady Rowan.
Wait, what?
Said I fought like a wild bull.
What? Wait, what?
And she offered to help me out my armour and... She said I've got her with child now, so I figured we ought to get married.
Starting the family out with bastards.
Sir Duncan! Prince Maekar demands a word.
How is this gonna go? I can't remember Baylor's son's name.
I'm sending Aerion to the east. A few years in the free cities may change him for the better.
Oh.
Some men will say I meant to kill my brother. The gods know it is a lie, but I will hear the whispers to the day I die.
You swung the mace, my lord, but it was for me Prince Baelor died.
You will hear them whisper as well. The king is old. When he dies, each time a battle is lost or a crop fails, the fools will say Baelor would not have let it happen. But the hedge knight killed him.
If I had not fought, you would have had my hand and foot. I sat under the tree this morning and I asked, could I have spared one? I mean, how can a foot be worth a prince's life?
And what answer does your tree give you?
Every day at evenfall, Sir Erlen would say, I wonder what the morrow will bring. Mightn't it be that some morrow will come when I'll have need of that foot, when the realm will need that foot even more than a prince's life?
Not bloody likely. The realm has as many hedge knights as hedges. My youngest son seems to have grown fond of you, sir. It is time he was a squire, but he tells me he will serve no knight but you. He's an unruly boy, as you will have noticed.
Oh, he's a good lad. Just needs a stern hand, that's all.
Will you have him?
Me?
There is a place for you at Summer Hall. You'll swear your sword to me, and Aegon can squire for you while you train him. My master-at-arms will finish your own training. Your Sir Arlen did all he could for you, I have no doubt. But you still have much to learn.
This is best case scenario.
Beg your pardon, Lord. I do. But I think I'm done with princes.
What will happen with Egg?
I'm sorry.
Maybe you're not the knight I thought you were.
Have you heard this story before?
Many times.
From where?
From you.
I like that Sir Owen died in the before the first episode, but we still get to see a lot of him. No pun intended.
It's custom for each to nail a penny to the oak in the square. And if we return, to take it down. It's often hard to find a spare bit to nail a new penny.
Why did you never knight me? Did you think I'd leave you? I wouldn't have. There was something else. Sir. Sir.
Get up, sir.
And that's why they call it the penny tree. A true knight always finishes a story.
Eat shit, Sarah. I wonder if we get to see Darren again. Well, there's my answer.
Will you take Egg to Squire? You know, my brother wasn't always such a little monster.
Egg is no monster.
I didn't mean Egg, but no doubt we'll make a man of him too. Perhaps the seeds of madness are sown in the womb, as the maesters say. But Arryn was quite the glad child once. He liked fishing.
He's kind of... He's not forcing him, but what if he doesn't take him and that does happen to nice little Egg? How often is a Targaryen a dreamer? I thought he was gonna cut his hair. I don't think...
Sir Duncan, my lord, requests an audience.
No.
I want you to know I do not blame you for ruining my name day. It was a rotten thing they've done to you. And you were right in your reply.
Thanks.
Oh. Cameo.
Before your brother died, he said the realm needed good men.
What of it?
I will take Egg to Squire, but not at Summerhall.
I thought you were done with princes.
Egg is no prince. Not yet. Might be he's better served away from castles and servants and...
His family?
If you would consent, I would bring him on the road with me. He'll learn to squire as I did. Sleep in inns, stables, and now and again in the halls of some landed knight or lesser lordling. Maybe under a tree when we must.
I forbid him to live as a peasant. He cannot sleep in ditches and eat hard salt beef.
He has.
Darren never slept in a ditch. All the beef Arian ever ate was thick and rare and bloody.
Pretty bold thing to say both your sons suck to a prince.
He's my last son.
Is Egg gonna come run away with him? I wonder if we'll ever see Tamsil again.
Sweetfoot! I hear Saline will want you for a stag. Storm End's a sad place. Figured an old friend might brighten it up for you.
You bought me a horse. I won't be going with Lionel.
What will you do then?
What I should have done all along. Ride hard in the other direction. What about you?
I don't know. Father always spoke about building out the cider business. Opening a new barrelling outfit.
Meliodas core.
You should have your Sweetfoot back, in any matter.
I think an orchard might suit her better.
What?
Apples. Give her an apple.
Are you certain? She's a fine animal. Oh, there's Sweetfoot. Do you like apples?
Take a last look at the oak tree.
I don't know, Chestnut. Stop asking me.
Where are we going?
Where would the old man go?
Sir Duncan! My Lord Father says I am to serve you.
Are we sure?
Serve you, sir. Chestnut's yours, and I don't want to find you on Thunder unless I put you there.
Where are we going, sir?
Don't know. Suppose we could go anywhere in the Seven Kingdoms, though I've never been
Nine.
to. What?
There are 9 kingdoms, sir.
Are you mad?
Is that relevant?
There's 7 kingdoms of the realm, boy.
Crownlands, Westlands, Stormlands, Riverlands, the Iron Islands, the North, the Reach, the Vale of Arryn, and Dawn. I've never been over the Red Mountains before. I hear they have good puppet shows in Dawn.
That's where Baylor's mom was from. I knew it.
Where's Aegon?
I've not seen him, my prince. I will ask the Septons.
Where the fuck is he?
Some people say a man is made out of mud.
Once again, they just keep making magic. I think my favorite scene, I think I have 2 favorite scenes. Editor Claire here, I actually want to take this back. My favorite scene is in the tavern. Well, I don't really know if it's a tavern, it's the tavern tent, where Darren and Duncan are speaking, and Darren says that Arian used to be a kind and fun little boy, and somewhere along the line, something happened at home around his family, and he says the line about maybe it was grown in the womb, or maybe it's not, and that leaves Duncan to think, what is going to happen if I don't go and take Egg? And I just think that that speaks so many volumes about his character, and that one is definitely my favorite scene, where Egg is crying and he's holding the knife and he's walking up to Arian and he doesn't see Maekar sitting in the corner, and Maekar just puts his hand on his shoulder and we just hear the knife drop and Egg just rests his head. You guys know I love when a show humanizes a character, especially one like Maekar in this situation, who is very stern. He is very cold, not necessarily mean or bad. And then we see this, I mean, in the trial we see him crying out for Arian, but that is more in a fit of rage and panic, and this is different. All of the characters are they're all so well done, and I'm really sad to see them go for a whole year. The other scene that is so good to me is the scene where Duncan basically, in layman's terms, rage baits Maekar and says, Darren never did this. Arian never ate that. And he basically just says to him, both of your kids are fucked up. Egg is your last boy, and you know that he's kind and you know that he's good. He can't turn out like these. And Maekar obviously doesn't want him to be in poor living conditions. That's understandable. And I like that Duncan saying, I'm through with princes, is the whole core theme of this show. Is that a knight is someone who is honorable, and you don't need a sword, you don't need a shield, you don't need to be knighted to be a true knight of the Seven Kingdoms. And that is how Duncan knows to be, and how he can show Egg how to be. All of these episodes, they're so impactful, and especially the hug with Raymond Fossaway and the green apple branching away and keeping Sweetfoot and giving her a green apple. Another thing this show does in such an excellent way is making you laugh and making you cry so close together, and it doesn't seem like too much either way. I also like that we get a little cameo from the princess, and she's like, it's okay that you ruined my birthday, it sucked anyway, basically. Although it would have been really, really fun to see him go with Lionel, I think Adventures in Dorne will be really fun. And Dorne, from what we know in Game of Thrones, Dorne seems like a great place based on what we learned from Oberyn Martell as well as Myrcella's plotline. Dorne seems great. And where did Tamsel go back to? Do we remember where she's from? Is she from Volantis? I don't remember. Maybe we'll see Tamsel again one day. One day next year. It makes you feel so good and so bad. This episode was really, really wonderful. I've also seen that apparently Breaking Bad fans are review bombing this show, which makes me so sad. People really have no lives, huh? The whole conversation also between Maekar and Duncan, and Maekar saying that people will whisper about both of them and it'll be different things, but they'll know, and they are the same on that level, no matter if you're a prince, no matter if you're a peasant, no matter if you're from Flea Bottom or Summerhall or wherever you're from. I do really feel bad for Maekar. He's sending Arian away. Darren is a drunk, depressed man. I'm assuming Aemon is at the Citadel at this point. I just realized we don't get to meet him. Damn. And then we have a little baby Egg. And oh my gosh, how much time is gonna pass? I'm literally gonna be counting down the days. I'm so excited. You know what? They better not do the whole thing where it's like, oh, this one's only gonna be 5 episodes. Give me 10. Spectacular, give me 14 of them right now. I don't care how much filler. Put in the whole One Piece thing where like you play the same. Do that. Make every episode 45 minutes long. 15 minutes of silence, just cinematics. I'll take it. The soundtrack is beautiful. The colors are beautiful. The casting is amazing. Some of the best casting I've seen for every single character. Outstanding. Even just like the set design and the framing of the scene. Everything is just, wow, I'm really riding this hard, huh? What am I going to do for the next 11 months? I do wish we got to see more of Steely Pete. Just a quick second of him would be nice. And the little Rowan cameo, very funny. I was surprised by that. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thankfully it didn't end in sadness. There were a couple moments of sadness, but I'm glad we didn't end in like a big shock. I think that this is a good way to end the first section, novella. If you'd like to check out the Patreon to see the full unedited reactions with extra thoughts and all the other shows that I'm watching and movies as well, this week is going to be Django Unchained. I'm pretty sure it's very far ahead in the polls. But if you want to check it out, I will see you there. But if not, I will see you very soon for another episode of something that's not a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. But thank you guys again for watching. I hope you have a great night, morning, or whatever time it is for you. Guys, I think I'm gonna have withdrawals. I'm gonna have like scratches on my arms and like hives. I'm gonna have hives, guys.